Hi, my name's gwEm, and welcome back to the gwEmbassy. So recently on my Twitch channel I did a stream where I featured my first sampler, the Akai S20. But I started to get a bit frustrated because the S20 doesn't have separate outputs, which I'm used to now. So what I did was I transferred all the samples I made from the S20 onto the S700. So I thought it'd be interesting to connect my MMT8 to both the S20 and the S700 simultaneously and record each one separately and then compare the audio. Now, as I say, the samples are absolutely identical. All I've done is taken them from the S20, put them onto a USB flash key using the gwEm, and imported those into my Atari, a program called Akai SEX, converted those into AIF samples, then converted those into WAV, and then using the Atari again with a program called Squash, I was able to transfer them using MIDI onto the S700, so the sample data is identical. The results are super interesting, so let's get into the comparison. Now that was super interesting. Let me know in the comments what you think. Now the S20, it was definitely brighter, but you could hear some aliasing, which it might be a good or a bad thing depending on your own personal taste. The S700 had a smoother high end, which I expected, and you could hardly hear any aliasing at all, which is, you know, how it's been designed. One other interesting difference is that the S20 had a sort of limiter on the output. I could see it when I was looking at the waveforms. The S700 actually reproduces the transients in the samples a lot better than the S20, even though they are exactly the same samples. So that was quite an interesting comparison. I do actually prefer the sound of the S20, but the problem is that the S20, it has no separate outputs, it's just got a main out, so it's really hard to kind of go in and add effects. So for that reason, I decided to record the track properly using the S700, which will be in a video which might come after this, or it might come immediately before. I haven't decided yet. In any case, I hope you've enjoyed this video and this comparison. It has been really interesting for me as well. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you fancy it too. Thanks a lot, and I hope to see you in another video soon. Take care.